Now let's check in with Alexis, who's around town at the Maritime Museum. Hello, Alexis.
Hey, good morning. Yes, so this is actually my first time here at the Maritime Museum, and I'm joined with Bruce, who is the curator. And there's an exciting exhibit that we're standing in right now that is touching on a different aspect of history that this has never really brought up earlier.
No, we are a maritime museum, and the idea was the river and the bay were conduits of escape, but also obstacles to escape. So we decided from a maritime perspective we would cover how people were escaping, how people helped them escape.
Yeah, so this is the Underground Railroad exhibit. As we kind of walk through here, tell us, what do we learn from this exhibit? What can we spot here too? Well,
we identified 28 people that were involved with the Underground Railroad, including the escapees, or the escaping slaves, and also the people who helped them. And we also focused in some of the people that were obstacles. We actually had a slaver involved, and we had slave catchers involved. And one person involved that was not a very nice person. It was a woman who actually kidnapped African American people and brought them back into slavery.
Wow.
And so she was operating in this area. So that was the 28 people that we identified from Wrightsville, Pennsylvania, all the way down onto the Eastern Shore.
Wow, so this is an intense exhibit, but it is great history that we need to remember. You also have a variety of other events that are happening here at the museum, especially in the Environmental Center.
Yeah, we have a large environmental center downstairs, and in part because we're right on the Chesapeake Bay. Right now, I'm looking out onto the bay,
right.
And part of our museum is actually on the bay. So we focus also on the environment and how people have used the environment. And we actually have a new exhibit coming in the next couple of months. We call it Humankind and Invasive Species with a big question mark.
Oh. We'd love to hear that. Well, thank you so much. Don't leave us just yet, because we do want to show you more, give you more of a tour of this museum here, because they have more exhibits. So I'll see you then in a few minutes.
Museum. Hello, Alexis.
Hey, good morning. Yes, so we are joined once again with Bruce, the curator here at this museum, and we want to highlight how this is really designed for all ages in the family to come and stop by. We want to start with the kids corner over here that you helped create, as we were talking about the fish up there on the top. So let's discuss it a little more, Bruce.
We entered a parade with this boat, little boat. We tarred up the boat with different colors. We actually lipped in tea bags, and then the artist helped us, said you need a third color, so we put a third color in there. And then we built two of these fish and put it on either side of the boat and trailered it into the July 4th parade.
And you can see it's like we have the tin foil, we had the tea bags you're talking about. It's all because we were paying tribute to the environmental conscious that we like to do here.
Yeah. So, and then we put a chalkboard in here so the kids can do whatever they want to do. Fortunately, we haven't had anything obscene in there from the kids. And then a couple of years ago, we had a challenge. We had a bunch of oars, and we called it Oars for Art.
Oh.
So we just gave a bunch of oars to the artist and said, do something. And so this piece right here, she calls it Beowulf.
Oh.
As in Beowulf, so it's actually a dog. And you can actually see parts of the oar, the handle, and actually the blades there. So.
And what about this over here? Because we always love like these big maritime items, naval tools, and actual replicas that we have here. What is this right here? Because this is an interesting race boat.
This is a race boat. There used to be speedboat races on the Chesapeake Bay in this area. So this would be a junior-sized boat, and this was donated to us. We didn't have to do much to it. The interesting part is it's got a lot of nice color to it. And here's if I can just get over here. Here's a helmet that they would wear.
I feel like that might be a little too big for me, but.
But they had to strip down the engine so they could show that it wasn't souped up.
Gotcha. Well, thank you so much. I'm so sorry we have to kind of cut on time here. But if you want to check this out yourself, this is the Maritime Museum here in Havre de Grace. I'll send it back to you guys.
All right, Alexis, thank you very much.